In the heck is going on here? Wow. Morning. Here we go. I don't know. I'm not sure you're not. Hang on a second. Hello, 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 hello. Okay. Gosh, dog it. We are here. Good morning. It is Thursday Eve, August the 25th. So good morning, everybody. See you. It's certainly good to be seen. And here we morning, Michelle, Carrie. Good morning, Ann. Good morning, Vanessa. Good morning, Michelle and Melanie, Teal. Y'all jump on in here. The water's fine. Good morning to be here another day. Wake up, y'all. I am hoping I'm gonna quit talking about it because some days you just gotta do it. You just gotta face, and there's no sense in whining about it or bitching and moaning about it. Just get up and go do the thing else. So, getting stronger on the runs, which is real small things, little things again and again and again. The other strength, and man, I'm telling you, and not anywhere close to running a marathon, but so not that really not my forte. So please don't ever think that. And anybody else, something. If the sound is weird, I can do it another. You say it's weird, Teal. What do you mean? Okay. Hang on one second. Let's try one more time. Is this any better? Let's try. I'm trying to turn it off, turn it back on. Is that any better at all, or is it still bad? I might be drunk. Is that better? Okay, so we're good now. Perfect. Perfect. I'll just have a little reset. Here we go. Well, good. Glad that's better. Good morning, man. We are all right. Perfect. Hey, good morning, Lynn. Looking forward to this, spending this next 45 minutes with you guys. Looking forward to hopefully sharing something that helps you get off to a better, a great start today. Get you off on the right foot, because that's the whole purpose of these calls. Yesterday, good day. Does anybody have anything they want to share from yesterday? Feel free to stick them in the comments. If you got something that good morning, Millie, that you want to talk about, and of course. Again, I want to do this because we're starting to do this a little differently, or I'm trying to do this a little differently because I want to maybe try to start marketing these videos a little bit. out and make sure that people see what we do and see what you guys do and see kind of the culture of what we built. So if you watch this later, my name is Aaron Dwyer, right there at the bottom of the screen, and I'm one of the broker owners of Exit Realty Lake Country, and we get up and have these calls every morning at 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern, and we're joined usually every morning by a bunch of our agents from our company, at least a handful of them that like getting up early. And then a lot of folks will watch this. A lot of you guys will watch this later in the day. And so we just ask that if something impacts you and something helps you get off to a great start, share that with somebody else, because that's really the purpose of this. Is we my wife and I, Christy. I don't know if she'll be here or not. I think she's up this morning. I saw her shoot out a happy birthday post. But we started this just to make sure that we connected with our agents every morning, and it's kind of morphed into from a 5 or 10 minute. Hey, we're just checking in to make sure you guys see our faces and we hear you guys talk, and to what we have now that where we spend 45 minutes to an hour, just depends on how the spirit moves, and just share what's on our hearts and share what's going on in our lives, and again, for the sole purpose of getting us off on a great start, and building a foundation for our day. So thanks y'all for being here. Thanks y'all if you're going to join us later, and we appreciate you watching it. So everybody, I asked a question earlier. Does anybody have anything from yesterday they want to share? Have a cool story? Have something funny? Have anything they want to share with the group from yesterday? Ooh, I do have music, by the way. I got to figure out where it is. Carrie sent me music. I use my phone as my camera, so I haven't figured out how I'm going to put the music on the show yet, but I'll figure that out. I'm gonna mess with that later. So never mind. If nobody has anything to share, then we'll just get going. Yesterday, Wednesday, so spent that day in the office, man. Got a lot of stuff done. We have a lot of things in the works, y'all. Today's Thursday, so we have a sales meeting in Tennessee today, and I think we're gonna zoom that out. So if anybody wants to jump on that, I don't know. You never know what I'm going to say. There may be something that's enlightening and something that you want to watch, but there's no requirement for you guys in Georgia to watch the Tennessee sales meeting. But we are going to Zoom it. I'll make that link available to everybody because I do want you. If you have the desire to get in there and watch it and you want to be there, there's obviously something there for you. Um, but let's get going. Let's get going this morning. And I asked a question earlier on the title of this today, and the question I asked was, "Are you an adapter? Are you a conformer, or are you a creator? Are you an adapter? Are you a conformer, or are you a creator?" Good morning, Anthony. How are you, buddy? Um, Where do you think you are? And I want you to type in there. Where do you think you are right now? There's 11 of you on this call. 10 of you are our agents, and I got one in the Exit Realty Lake Country Nation. So even the person that's in the Exit Realty Lake Country Nation, unfortunately, I can't see who you are because I'm watching my agents. I maybe should go over there and see who that is, because their comments don't show up in this feed. Um, are you an adapter? Are you a conformer, or are you a creator? Type in there what you think you are. Are you an adapter? Are you a conformer? Or are you a creator? Do, do, do. Carrie Leland says creator. Good morning, Carrie. Alex Martin, creator. Vanessa Self, adapter. Keep them coming. Melanie Ortiz, creator. Teal McKinney, I would like to think I'm a creator. Okay. If you'd like to think yourself as a creator, then what actually do you think you are? Teal. Lynn, creator. Millie. Millie, we'll answer that question if we got time later. Millie says she's a creator. Don't let me forget to answer that question. I'm gonna come back to that at the end if we've got time, Millie. I'll answer that, or maybe I'll just text you a little bit and answer that question. So most of you believe you're creators. We got one that's not sure. Tia, what do you think? What do you believe you are? What do you feel like you are? A creator with adaptability. Okay. Okay. She says she's a creator. Who else? Who else we got? Laren, good morning. Hey, y'all, look, Laren's with us this morning. Good morning, Laren. Yay, good morning. Laren says she's an adapter. That's honest. Thank you. So let me share with you Aaron, because I think Aaron, when Aaron Dwyer is in his, we talk about personality styles, right? And you have your natural state, and then you have your environmental state. So you have your natural personality style, and then you have an environmental personality style. Your environmental personality style is influenced, obviously, by what's around you. Your natural personality style is what was given to you by God. That's your just your personality style. So everybody has two different, and and that's why they don't want you to take your personality test like once every 12 months. They want you to be like 18 to 24 months, 36 months away from between tests, because that gives enough time for your environment to change and your personality to kind of adapt to the environment. So yesterday we said, that animals have this innate ability to camouflage themselves, to adapt to their environment, to protect them. Humans have, and when I said this yesterday, it sounded really profound. And then the more I thought about it, the less I believe that's true, because we as humans have the ability to adapt to our environment as well. And so, if Aaron Dwyer, in his natural state, in what God created him to be, I would say I'm a creator. I would say I'm a visionary. I would say that I'm someone who likes to build things and make things and create ideas, and sometimes, so but in my environmental state, I believe I'm much more of an adapter. I'm much more of a conformer. I'm much more of a people pleaser. I'm much more adapting to the environment around me. And I'm just being real honest with you. When I'm over there, I'm much more in that conforming state, in that adapting state. So what I'd like to believe is that I'm a creator. I think in my daily walk, when I'm not feeling really, really good, or when I don't feel like I'm at my best, I'm much more of an adapter or a conformer. Well, look at there. My wife says, Christy says, I'm a recreator. She is a recreator. She is a polisher. She is a molder. She is the definition of break it and make it better. Um, but that's just kind of her gift. She sees things that other people don't see. So so I think we all have some of that in us. We all have some of that in us, where there are days where we're really creative, when we are a creator, when we believe what we when we believe what we're doing. Your actions and your behaviors are the product of your beliefs. And there are days when you believe you're a creator. And I believe there are days that all of us believe that we are a creator. And when we're feeling good, when the environment's right, the sun's shining, the birds are singing, it's and the wind's blowing from the north instead of the east, then we are in that creative spot. And we believe in what we're doing, and we believe in who we are, and we believe in our mission, and we believe in our creation, and we believe all these things, and our actions bear that out. But there are other days, and I think those days for a lot of folks, until you really, really get solid with your morning routine, until you really get solid with figuring out who you are, connecting yourself to God, diving in and doing the work that's necessary to to push past that ego, that little voice. I think a lot of us more act in that adapter or conformer mode. We're much more pliable. We're much more ego driven. We're much more susceptible to the loud voice that says nobody's going to like you. The loud voice that says you're not smart enough to be in that crowd. The loud voice that says you're not good enough to list a luxury house. The loud voice that says you don't drive the nice enough car to go to that restaurant. The loud voice that says you don't belong in those circles. That's the voice we listen to more than we listen to that voice, that still small voice of the creator. And when we believe the big loud voice, our actions follow. When we believe that for sale by owner is going to yell at us over the phone, our actions follow. When we believe we don't belong at that place, we don't believe because we listen to that loud voice, that thing that's always in there that's never satisfied, that counterfeit self that's always trying to direct you to some place of mediocrity, some place of spin, some place of never gaining, some place of never achieving. That's the that's where we end up. So we end up conforming to what the loud voice says. We end up conforming to what the conditions of society. We end up conforming to this mediocrity, to our habitual behaviors. We end up adapting to whatever it is and wherever it is we are. Carrie says, "Oh, how many of you have this condition? The loud voice in my head telling me I'm not enough isn't as loud as my broker telling me I'm way more than enough." That's why we do this. That's why we do this. That's a huge part of why we do this, because somebody's got to tell you that you're more than enough. And somebody's got to tell you that you have special gifts. And somebody has to tell you that you are a creator, that this is the lane you're supposed to be in. And you don't need the birds to sing. You don't need the wind to blow from the north. You don't need everything to be perfect for you to continue walking in who you were created to be. Because sometimes you got to get up at 3:45 and go run when you're not a runner. Sometimes you got to make those phone calls that you don't want to make. Sometimes you got to send that handwritten note that you don't want to send. Sometimes you got to go do the things you don't want to do. Sometimes you just got to suck it up, buttercup, and do the things you don't feel like doing. Because that's the way it's done. That's the way nature's built. An oak tree comes from an acorn. It's got to bust through the shell. It's got to work its way down into the ground. It's got to bust through that shell. It's got to survive being eaten, trampled, pulled out of the ground, famine, pestilence, drought, flood. It's got to survive all that to become an oak tree that lasts for generations and generations and generations. The biggest movements, the biggest changes, the biggest shifts in our society started with one person having a belief that what they just felt in their spirit was going to change the world. Every great movement, every great shift on this planet, every great thing that was ever done was created by one person who had a belief that what they just felt was going to change the world. We joked about this the other day in the meeting. When Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team and he went home and he walked in the house dejected, he threw his bag on the floor. He went in his room like most teenagers do, slammed the door, laid on his bed, and just cried. If his mama would have walked in the door and said, "Mike, baby, it's okay. You really weren't that good at basketball anyway. I'm glad you tried out. I'm really proud of you for trying out, but that basketball is really not your thing. You might want to try something else." Do you think Michael Jordan would have been a creator, an adapter, or a conformer? Do you think Michael Jordan would have been an adapter, a conformer, or a creator? Because what I believe, if Michael Jordan's mama had walked in there and said that, then Michael Jordan would looked at his mom and said, "Mama, you know what? You're right. Let's go figure something else out to do. Let me go do something else." But he didn't. But he didn't. He didn't need the birds to sing. He didn't need the sun to shine. He didn't need the wind to blow out of the north. He woke up and said, "You know what? Okay, you won't do that again. I'll never get cut again. I promise you." He didn't need anybody else to reinforce what he was thinking. Or maybe he did. Maybe his mama said, "Boy, you better get up off that bed, get your butt outside, and start shooting. Boy, you better get up out of that bed and get out in the street and start running. Boy, I didn't raise you to be no punk. Get up out of the bed and go do something with yourself." Or maybe his mama did that. Because sometimes, Carrie, we need somebody to yell at us, to get us off our butts. Sometimes we need somebody we love, somebody who loves us, somebody we care about, an accountability partner, a mentor to look at us and say, "Get up off your butt. Get up off your butt and go do something." In this age of being technically and technologically hypnotized, in this age of we wake up and medicate ourselves with TikTok and Facebook, we medicate ourselves with being overstimulated. We medicate ourselves with all this on the outside. Sorry, I almost said it, Michelle. Sorry, Violet, I didn't say it. All this stuff on the outside, we get medicated with all this distraction, Facebook and LinkedIn and TikTok and telephones and text messages and this and that and television and Netflix and all the crap that's out there. We get so distracted. Kate said something to me last night at dinner. We were sitting at the table and they said, what year were you born? Because we were talking about short length. We're talking about the length of shorts. And I get mad at Jagger because he rolls his shorts up too short. And I'm like, dude, just let your shorts be natural. Because this is not 1984 anymore. Wear your shorts regular length. But now the trend is all the guys want to wear these little shorts that come up to the freaking halfway up their thighs. And I was talking about the short length when I played middle school and high school basketball, like in 85, 86, 87. Those are Larry Bird style, man. Like you're the bottom of those shorts were they had some high altitude and they were way up there. And I said, "Man, I gotta see a picture of these shorts." And Kate said, "Man, I bet it was cool being in middle school in the 80s." And I said, "Well, not really, but what do you mean?" He goes, "Man, y'all didn't have all the stuff that these kids have now. Y'all went outside, you played sports, you did fun stuff." I said, "Now kids in middle school, they sit around." And it's true. I mean, I got mad at Jagger yesterday because he walked downstairs like 5 o'clock in the morning on his phone watching TikTok. We get so distracted by all the stuff going on. We get so distracted, and it really does hypnotize us. And you do it habitually. I do it habitually. Christy gets so mad at me driving down the road. I'm driving down the road and I get bored, and the first thing I reach for is my phone and start scrolling through Facebook. And she gets so mad at me. But it's true. It's just like I'll start looking at emails, start looking at text messages. Like I'm so important that somebody's dying to reach me. Like I'm so important that I've got somebody laying on a bed someplace. Like I'm a doctor and I've got to check on my patient someplace. Because if I don't look at that text message or my email immediately, then somebody could perish. I'm not that important. Are you an adapter? Are you a conformer? Or are you a creator? Are you willing to step into who you truly are? Are you willing to step in to who you were created to be? Are you willing to step in and shut all the outside noise off? Put your head down and do the things that need to be done to walk in your purpose. Because you can go to trainings, you can spend hundreds of dollars on coaches. You can go to Coach Burt, you can go to Tony Robbins, you can walk on hot coals, you can swallow swords, you can hypnotize yourself, you can handle snakes and drink strychnine. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Until you decide, until every one of you watching this call decide that you're not going to conform to this world, that you're not going to conform to the hypnotization, that you're not going to conform to the noise and the distraction and the over obligation, and you're going to sit yourself down and decide, I'm going to be the best version of me. I'm going to be the best real estate agent. I'm going to be the best mom. I'm going to be the best dad. I'm going to be the best wife. I'm going to be the best husband. I'm going to be the best broker. I'm going to be the best person I can be every single day. It ain't perfect. You're going to screw up. You're going to do something, and somebody's going to look at you and go, man, are you an idiot? But you're not. And when they say it, you're like, man, I'm just working, man. I'm just trying to get through my day. I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. And you know what? It may look like that right now, but I just made a mistake and I'm gonna keep getting better. Are you an adapter? Are you a conformer? Or are you a creator? Because I believe we're all creators. Matter of fact, I looked this up this morning. Romans 12, a little preaching for you. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is a reasonable service. Now, this is from the King James Version of the Bible, so be careful. Romans 12:2. Be not conformed to this world. Don't do what the world's doing. Don't be conformed to this world. Don't go down the wide swath where everybody else goes. Go the direction you're supposed to go. Stop being hypnotized by distractions. Stop not doing the things you're supposed to do. Stop not following your path. Stop not trying to be the best version of you. Stop not trying to dig in and do that hard work to pull out the past, to get rid of y'all. So many of us can't move forward because we're stuck in the past. So many of us can't move forward because all we think about is what we've done, what's been done to us, how bad it used to be. Oh my God, sorry, I can't be happy today. It rained last Thursday. I'm sorry, I can't be happy today because stop. Stop. Let the past be the past. The past is dead. You can't, just like you can't go to the graveyard and dig somebody out of the ground and breathe life back into them. Sorry, none of you have that ability. None of you can go back into your past and breathe life into any situation and make it better. So the more past you hold on to, the more future you defer. That's pretty good. The more past you hold on to, the more future you defer. The more bad stuff from the past you hold on to, the more blessings in the future you push yourself away from. Be ye not conformed to this world. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Every single deadgum day, renew your mind. That's why this miracle morning is so important. That's why this 5 a.m. club is so important. That's why it's so important before anybody gets up and starts pulling at you and starts asking you for stuff. Before the lights come on, that you are every single morning sitting down and praying. That's why you every single morning you're sitting down and you're reading something to put life into your mind. Every single morning you're journaling something so that you can get your emotions out. You get your thoughts out onto a piece of paper. Every single morning you do your affirmations so that you have words of encouragement, words of affirmation, words that build you up instead of words that tear you down. Be ye not conformed by the renewing of your mind. There's power in this morning routine. There is power. Y'all, how many of y'all believe if we stop doing this call, if today we sent y'all an email and said, you know what, today's the last day for this call. We're just not going to do this anymore. Um, you guys can go figure out whatever, however you want to do your mornings. That's fine. But we're going to do my mornings, and we're going to do what we're going to do, and we're just not going to do these morning calls anymore. If that were to happen, it happened before. It happened before, and it was not that was not received very well. So if we were to do this again and say we're not doing this anymore, we're just going to be doing these calls. Don't feel like anybody's getting anything out of it. Don't feel like I'm doing anything. It's like I'm wasting my time. I need that 45 minutes or hour in my morning to do something else. I mean, whatever. Would your day get off to a worse start? Would you do you feel like your day would not go as well as it does with these calls? And I'm sorry they're not as funny as they used to be. I know when Christy was here, she makes them a lot funnier. I'm a lot more serious, I guess, than she must be the funny one. And I've always told her she's the brightest light in the room, and she's the funniest person in the room. So, sorry, I'm probably more serious than she is. But let me finish this because this is important. These morning calls, Christy said it wasn't a hard stop. It was more of a hiatus, and the people weren't happy. Be ye not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what's good, what's acceptable, and the perfect will of God. Listen to these words. This is from the Bible. This is a religious text from Christian religion. And I don't know. I haven't memorized the Torah. I haven't read the Quran like I've read the Bible. I don't know some of these other religious texts that are out there, but I will bet you $15 there's a box of donuts that every single one of these religious texts have something that says very similar to what Paul wrote in Romans. I will bet you. This is a universal truth. Be ye not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Every single day, renewing your mind. Every single day, renewing your mind so that you can prove what's good, that you can prove what's acceptable, and you can prove what's the perfect will of your Creator, the perfect will of God. Doing this every single day. Doing this every single day, renewing your mind, renewing your heart so that you can prove not to God. God already knows what's up. You're not proving to the universe, you're not proving to your creator what's perfect, what's acceptable. It already knows. He already knows. You're proving it to you. You're proving it to you. Doing this thing every single day, getting up, meditating, affirmations, reading a book, getting on these calls, having your quiet time, praying, all those things, the renewing of your mind are so that you can prove, to yourself what's the perfect will of God, what's the best version of me, how am I going to connect, how am I going to be the best version of me today. How am I going to be the best version of me today? Christy always prays, who do I need to help today? Put me in a situation. Who do I need to help today? Reveal to me who I need to help today. Through the grace given unto me, verse 3, to every man that's among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think. Think soberly. Think soberly. Think regularly. Think don't think you're going to fly today. Because unless you get in an airplane, you're not flying. Okay? Think soberly about yourself. Go through your day in humility. Go through your day being the best version of you that day. And watch as it builds and it builds and it builds and it builds. Y'all, this is the way nature works. The acorn goes in the ground, it busts up and it builds and it builds and it builds. And the tree grows from the inside. And there's one circle, two circles, three circles, 4 circles. It builds and it builds taller and wider and bigger and stronger. The roots continue to grow out. My runs in the morning where I was running 15 feet and then walking 40. Now I'm running 40 feet and walking 15. This time next week, I'll be running a mile and walking none. Little by little, piece by piece, step by step. Think soberly. According as God hath dealt to every man the measure of faith. We aren't all the same. Everybody has their own place. Everybody has their own spot. Everybody has their own gifts. It's your job. It's my job to find mine. It's my job to help you find yours because sometimes, as Carrie said, sometimes we like listening to the voices back there more than we like listening to the voices over here. Sometimes we see the wide path, we see the easy path, we see the easy way. Y'all, I promise you, it ain't easy to quit. It's not easy to quit. It's not easy to stop. It's not easy to stay in it. It's not hard. I'm sorry, let me back up. It's not hard to quit. It's not hard to stay in bed. It's not hard to not give your full effort. It's not hard to be lazy. It's not hard to do nothing. It's not. I promise you, if my alarm went off at 3:45, it is not difficult for me to say, Alexa, shut up. I'm staying in bed. It's not hard for Jagger to, I'm just looking at he's sitting right there. It's not hard for him when he's at practice. It's not hard for him to quit skating hard. It's not hard for him to not give 100% effort. It's super easy. It's super easy to be lazy. It's super easy to not make phone calls. It's super easy to not do the things we're supposed to do. Super easy. Super easy to walk down the wide path everybody walks down. It's super easy to be like the 95% of the people out here who are going to live and who are going to die and they'll have two people in their funeral procession. I told you about that the other day. One of the saddest things I've ever seen. Y'all, that's not hard. It's easy to do. It's easy to do. It's easy to not make a difference. It's easy to not make an impact. It's not hard. It's easy to not chase your dreams. It's easy to give up on your desires. It's easy to quit. Super, super easy. Champions don't quit when they win. Champions quit when it's done. Champions don't quit when they win. They quit when it's done. And only the champion knows when it's done. Tiger Woods has had 2 wrecks, literally almost lost a leg. Probably, I'm not even sure he's got a real leg. I think he's got a robotic leg, to be honest with you. That dude, he won't quit. He won't quit. He's won everything there is to win. He is the wealthiest athlete to ever walk the face of the earth. He has single-handedly changed the trajectory of golf. Tiger Woods has had a bigger impact on any one sport than any one athlete that's ever been before and that will ever be after. There will never be another athlete like Tiger Woods that has the impact on his sport like he has. Never, not ever again. That dude's been beaten literally and and emotionally and figuratively. I guess when you get hit with a pitching wedge, I guess you could call that getting beat. That guy's been beaten physically, mentally, emotionally. He's won more money, almost as many majors as anybody before him, and he won't quit. He won't quit because he's not done. Champions don't quit until they're done, and only the champion knows when they're done. Only the champion knows when they're done. Are you an adapter, a conformer, or a creator? Are you a champion? What will you do today that's different than what you did yesterday? What will you do today that's 1% better than what you did yesterday? Just one. What will you do today? There'll be one small improvement over what you did yesterday. What will you do? I say this to my kids every single morning, and they've got there's a sign. They actually have a sign in their bathroom here in Tennessee. Your only competition is you. You got to be better than the person you were yesterday. You got to be better than who you were yesterday. Every single day. Build, build, build. The Bible says grace upon grace, brick upon brick, piece upon piece, layer, 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 layer. What will you do today to get you 1% better than you were yesterday? Because I believe you're all creators. I believe you're all champions. I believe everybody's got it in them. Everybody's got it in them to go do something amazing in this world. Everybody's got something in them to go do something fantastically beautiful in this world. Everybody has something in them to go create around them this energy and this love and this magic that helps people get better. We all have that in we all have that. We all have different gifts and we all do it different ways, but we all have it. I believe you're all champions. And I believe my role in your life, Christy's role in your life, Exits Realty Lake Country's role in your life. If you're one of our agents or you're watching this from the nation or you're watching this on YouTube, our role in your life is to help. If nothing else, just a little, just point a light, shine a light, maybe pull a layer back to try to find that spark. Do something small, insignificant. My words are not significant. I'm not Tony Robbins. I'm not some of these gurus. I'm not as smart as any of them. But there's something that is said and will be said in these calls just because I believe that these words get inspired sometimes and they come out the right way and you're going to hear something that's going to help spark that spark, help put some more tinder on that spark, help ignite that spark, blow a little breath, blow a little breeze on that spark so it lights up a little bit. If I could just help you be 1% better on Thursday, August the 26th or 25th, whatever day this is, if I can help you be 1% better today than you were yesterday, then I've had a good morning. If I can help you be 1% better today than you were yesterday, then I've had a good day. If I can help the people around me be 1% better today than they were yesterday, then I've done what I believe I'm supposed to do in this life today. Be ye not conformed to this world. Don't do what everybody else does. Don't be the one with two people in your funeral procession. Don't just be a blip between the first date and the last date. Don't just be a blip. Whew, hit me all of a sudden. Go be amazing. Go be amazing. Go be a champion. Punch doubt right in its damn mouth. Punch worry right in its damn mouth. Punch fear right in its damn mouth. Punch regret right in its damn mouth and go be a champion. All right. I love y'all. I love y'all. We got to go. I got to get out of here. I love y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for spending time with me this morning. I absolutely love y'all to pieces. Christy loves y'all to pieces. We love everything that this company is and everything that we stand for. And heck, it's just we're just we're just trying to build and do what we do and just trying to be us, right? Um, I love y'all. Be good, be great, be you, and we'll see some of you this afternoon or this morning. The rest of you will see tomorrow morning, and have an awesome day. Bye, y'all.